Hello.
Hello.
What's up?
Welcome to my car. You're now virtual passengers. Today, Steven, we're doing Savory Pie, an episode I'm very excited to do, which is why I'm in the car picking up the pies to bring to you guys.
All right, well, today on Worth It, we're gonna be trying 3 savory pies at 3 drastically different price points to find out which one is the most worth it at its price.
A savory pie is like a chicken pot pie. We're also talking about small handheld pies.
And in some parts of the world, when they say pie, they mean 3.14159 something.
Keep going. Pot pie is one of my favorite foods.
And when you got that flaky crust, that buttery crust.
Our first pie is going to be of the handheld variety. We're seeing Winston at his food truck, Saraba, which specializes in Belizean Garifuna cuisine. And we're having his panadas.
My name is Winston Miranda from Saraba Garifuna cuisine. My food is typically from my Monde culture, which is the Garifuna people. My ancestors, they came from part of South Africa, Sierra Leone, and they migrated to St. Vincent. And from St. Vincent, they went to Honduras. From Honduras, they went to Belize. Our food is very unique. We have one that we call the hoodoo, which is like a staple food that we eat every day. The fisherman will go to the sea and bring the fish in, and then we fry it. They'll season the coconut milk and get a flavor off of it, and add the fish to it, and boil some plantain. And then they will mash it so you can get real smooth and put it like a ball, and then you eat it with the coconut milk. The panadas is it's like an appetizer. Most Americans call it like American Hot Pockets. And you could be eating any time of the day, early in the morning, late at night, midday. We take the masa and then we use the achote. In Belize, they call it ricardes, a red paste. And the masa would turn from white to red. And then people would say, oh yeah, he's making authentic panadas. Just by the color when people look at it. You could do it with fish, you could do it with chicken, and you could do it with beans. Flatten it up and then we fry it. It's a habanero onion sauce. I can make it spicy and I can make it non-spicy. Late at night when I'm doing like clubs and all that stuff, people are drunk, so they want the hot one, the hot habanero sauce, so that'll wake them up. Saraba means wake up.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what it means, wake up.
Ooh, the smell is really good. It kind of smells like Fritos.
Oh, whoa.
Is this the shape you think of when you think of pie?
When I think about pie, I think autumn, I think leaves, pumpkin pie. That's the classic pie. I love how the outside looks like the crust of a really good pizza. Cheers.
Cheers.
It's interesting how tightly the seafood is wrapped. It's like tightly wound around the dough, which I really like.
Yeah, and then you just have like the fin of crust around the outside.
Kind of like a fish.
Like a stegosaurus. Oh sure, like a fish.
I want onion relish.
Yeah, let's go onion relish.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's the stuff.
that's perfect.
Okay.
Just a nice vinegar bath going across that thing.
Oh, man. It's so
Oh
good.
yeah. Ooh,
Oh, wow.
and a little spicy.
Man, flavor combinations.
It tastes very similar to squeezing lime on a taco.
You know that super satisfying power washing videos?
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I was just reminded of those.
No, that totally makes sense. It's like when a liquid is sharp. When I first opened the box, I was like, wow, you get a lot of these. Now I'm like, should have doubled it.
I'm gonna do one more. I'm going to be talking about that onion sauce till the day I die.
I thought it was a mistake how much onion stuff we got, actually. But it was so good. I was shoveling it into my mouth. I'm ready for a savory pie fact.
Savory pie fact.
The first known usage of sweetie pie dates from 1928.
1928. That seems pretty late for sweetie pie. That would have been revolutionary, like sweetie pie. Whoa. I'm more of a savory pie myself, but you can call me a sweetie pie.
Sweetie pie is something that I call my cat, actually.
Yeah? Is he a little sweetie pie?
He is a little sweetie pie.
Does he do that thing where he like stops there next to you, put drop and like kind of go on his belly and roll around? What is that about? Like, what does that mean, by the way?
It means that they are a sweetie pie.
Oh, okay, got it.
For our next savory pie, we're visiting Natalia at Woodspoon to try her Brazilian chicken pot pie. We're also going to have their house-made sangria.
Woodspoon serve a traditional food from Minas Gerais, where I'm from. We have a lot to offer in terms of our culinary, but we are very simple, but our flavor is very unique. I was born and raised in Brazil, and I got here, of course, it was very hard for me because not speaking any English at all. I didn't understand why you're going to the beach with an outfit on, Why can you get in the bus in a bikini? Why you don't go and get fresh eggs from somewhere, or there is fresh chicken from some places. The way we would do in Brazil is a little different than here, because here I have the privilege to buy just a particular type of meat. There my mom will make a whole chicken. Here I was able to buy chicken thigh. We have to clean them one by one, removing all the fats, unnecessary pieces that is there to make sure it's nice and clean. I save the broth and I use the fat that stays above to make the roux. Add the hearts of palm, corn, olives. A heart of palm is a heart of a palm tree, and it is a particular one. In Brazil, we can actually get they can be this tall, this big. But here, we only get the very small parts of it. Corn, we had it everywhere in the backyard, or we planted ourselves. Olives, because we are Portuguese. Brazil is a country with all countries in it. People get surprised how we have the biggest Japanese community in the world is in Brazil. There is more Lebanese in Brazil than in Lebanon. Like we have, all in my town, in Minas, a lot of Chinese because the agriculture, the farming. We have stroganoff, the German dish. We have all these incredible cultures and gastronomy in Brazil that I felt like opening Woodspoon would give me an opportunity to show a little bit more what Brazil can offer. I just wanted people to know Brazil, not just the postcard, but also into those little cultures that it's so rich and so real and so important. This is my home. Whatever we can do for people to educate themselves through food, I believe food is a bridge that connects us all, and this is mine.
Okay, fellas, welcome to the next pie.
I'm ready.
We have 2 house-made sangrias.
The red sangria, we have citruses, we have black pepper, we have cinnamon, and a little bit of a touch of a secret. And then we have, in the white wine, a base of the passion fruit.
Passion fruit Chardonnay.
You know what it is? It's an in-between color.
Look at that.
Those are the best colors. Some lights it's one thing, others it's another.
Cheers.
Oh my God.
Jeez Louise.
That should be illegal. Okay, now just a little of the red.
Holy smokes. This is the best sangria I've ever had.
So check out this pie, that spoon.
Oh, I didn't even see the spoon.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Oh!
That's perfect. That is
really perfect. Buttery chicken. I was also a little bit surprised that there were olives in this pot pie, but it doesn't taste overly olivey.
when you meet somebody and you're just like, we're gonna be best friends. I've never met you before, but the connection is there, the chemistry is like something about you and me, we just get along. And
yeah.
I have never met this chicken pot pie before, but I already know you.
It's like an old baseball mitt. It has this like supple familiarity.
Yes, supple.
Do you want us to eat the sauce?
Wait, sauce? What sauce?
This green sauce on the side?
Oh, I put that in the salad.
The thick sauce?
Thick sauce.
You put the thick sauce in the salad?
I didn't know.
It's so American of you. You see that thick dairy and you're like, that's gotta go on a salad. Oh!
That reminds me of the sangria that we just had like 3 minutes ago.
Yes, it does. It's smooth, but also a little spicy.
I really thought that the onion sauce from Saraba was gonna be the last thing that blew my mind today, but no. By the way, I slept very well last night.
Yeah, rising pie.
Hey, roll us a pie fact. No, wait, that doesn't make sense. Bake us I was thinking about the crust. Bake us a pie fact.
It's estimated that Australia consumes 270 million meat pies every year, approximately 12 per person.
You're telling
Wow.
me every Australian is eating 1 meat pie every month of the year.
In comparison, New Zealand only consumes 66 million meat pies per year. But with their much smaller population, that equates to 15 pies per person every year.
What?
Oh, 15 per year for the Kiwis.
Why are they called kiwis? We should be calling them pies.
Funny that we're mentioning Australian savory pies because the next pie is actually inspired by Australian savory pie. We're seeing Chef Ryan at Spacca. We're gonna be trying their bone marrow pie.
Spacca has been described as a meat speakeasy by Jonathan Gold. This dish represents trying to take a classic meat dish, an Australian meat pie, and really trying to do it to the best of its possibilities. So first step is making a veal stock. Roasted veal bones, simmering for about 6 to 8 hours. We cut up beef cheek into little pieces, and then we salt them and let it sit overnight. That allows for the salt to actually penetrate the meat itself. When you have a stew or a braised meat and the meat isn't seasoned ahead of time, you can tell. The meat is just being covered up by a salty liquid. You get a nice caramelization on the outside of it, and heavy caramelization. We then take that out of the pan and add cipollini onions. Cipollini, I mean, it really just means little onion in Italian, and button mushrooms with a little bit of thyme and garlic. So we want to get the same color on those vegetables as we do on the meat. The reason we do that separate is because they cook at different temperatures and different speeds. We deglaze with the fortified veal stock, bring the meat in and let the meat cook for about 2 hours or so. Beef cheek is something that most people don't use, but it works amazing because you're braising it, and beef cheek has a lot of connective tissue that breaks down and makes it so that you have this beautiful mouthfeel to the sauce, and the meat itself is tender. We put the vegetables in for the last hour. If we put the vegetables in the very beginning, they would just dissolve. Roll out just a savory pie dough, and the top pie we cut a little circle so that the bone marrow actually can fit through. We sell them both baked off, like ready to go to eat, or you can take it home and bake it. We've actually probably sold more raw pies than we have cooked pies. We actually are happy about that because when you bake a pie, you want to eat it right away. Or the texture from the bone marrow, the fattiness of the bone marrow with the stew, it almost sounds like it'd be overwhelming, you know, kind of why do you need that? People call bone marrow meat butter. It adds this unctuous texture. It's really, really delicious.
Look at this pie.
There's something strange yet beautiful about a bone protruding from crust.
You know what it looks like, right?
It looks like some Flintstones.
Oh, I was gonna say it looks like a belly button.
The fact that you bring this one home and heat it up so your own house can get filled with that aroma.
Oh my. All right, let's dig in.
Ooh.
Oh my God. What? Oh, why is it so gooey? I can't wait.
Come on.
Yes. Woo! I'm so glad I'm not at Spacca right now eating this. The noise is coming out of my mouth.
We'd be causing a scene.
Let's do busted bone marrow. So the last two pies that we had were accompanied by some of the greatest sauces. This one, the sauce comes right in the middle, and you just scoop it out.
Oh, get out of here.
Bathe my mouth.
I never thought that a beef stew would need to add more soft moistness to it. It's out of this world.
The last thing I want to say about this, look at that meat.
Well, fellas, time to say pie for now.
I became a pie today, and it's a good life.
Steven, which savory pie was the most worth it to you at its price?
All these pies, I think, tied for me, so I had to give it to the best sauce. My worth it winner. I'm going with Saraba today. The onion sauce? Holy smokes. What about you?
Gosh, I love pie. Spacca, I think most high-end food is not as good taken away as it would be eaten in the restaurant. But that pie, I think, is a great example of one that's maybe even better eaten at home. My worth it winner goes to Woodspoon. I love chicken pot pie. That pot pie was perfect, and I loved it.
Adam, who's your worth it winner?
Woodspoon.
By the
Go
way,
ahead.
what pants are you wearing right now? Because I'm wearing sweatpants because I knew this would be a heavy pie day, so
Yeah, I'm wearing shorts with a drawstring, and it is not tied.